Hello everyone, hope you are doing well out there with your daily activities. I just want to take this time to welcome you all in this presentation, which my colleague and I will do a presentation based on the topic methanol and phenol twins. Before moving on, my name is Nigia Iwa. You can address me as Mr. Iwa. My friend name is Jason Togo. You can address him as Mr. Togo. Moving on to our topic, this presentation will enable you to know the two different types of twins, which is methanol and phenol twins, which in real life situation, some of you when seeing children, identical children, we just made mention of them as twins, but we don't know exactly whether they are phenol or methanol twins. So this presentation will enable you to differentiate them, whether they are methanol or phenol twins. This presentation aims to educate you about how the phenol and methanol twins develop in mother's womb during the process of fertilization, which the eggs are fertile by sperm during sexual intercourse. Our presentation will follow this order. Firstly, we will introduce the topic by giving you some brief background information on the topic, which I already made mention of. And secondly, we will define key terminologies used in this presentation. Terminologies simply means key words that are used in this presentation. And thirdly, we will elaborate more on phenol and methanol twins, and we'll give you more understanding on phenol and methanol twins. And finally, we will conclude the presentation by summarizing the main findings in methanol and phenol twins, and then we'll give you the references which you will do research and make more sense of what we presented here. Okay. First thing first, I will define what is meant by twins. Twins, it simply means one of the two children produced in the same pregnancy, which simply means that when the mother gives birth to two children, it simply means it's only defined twins. These twins can develop from one ovule or from two ovule. Ovule means eggs. This means a sperm can fertile an egg and then split into two, or two different sperm will fertilize two different eggs and produce twins. Okay, moving on. Methanol twins or monozygotic twins, or it can also known as identical twins. They have identical genomes. Genome simply means genes. Twins could develop from two ovules that are fertilized at the same time are called dizygotic or phenol twins. These twins develop from two separate eggs, which are fertile by two different sperm during the process of sexual intercourse. Okay, moving on, phenol twins are no more genetically similar than any other siblings, and can be same sex or different sex, which simply means they can be different from their elder brother or sisters, or they can be different from their younger brothers and sisters. And remember, they can be of different sex or same sex, whether they can be a male and female in fraternal twins, or they can be a male or female children. Okay, moving on. Dizygotic twins happens when the birthing parent's body releases two eggs at the same time. these two eggs are released and then are fertilized by two different sperm, and the end result of it is for fraternal twins are born in the developed in the mother's womb. Okay, to elaborate more on this, make sense of this explanation, I will explain the diagram here, or the chart here, which have the pictures of fraternal twins, how they develop. As you can see, fraternal twins, or in scientific terms, they call dizygotic twins. The fraternal twins develop when the two eggs released from ovaries. As you can see the diagram here, the two eggs when released from ovaries, it can form fraternal twins, and the two eggs are released here, and then each egg fertilized by separate sperm. As you can see the diagram here, the two eggs are here, and then the sperm tries to fertilize the egg separately. Two different sperm fertilize two different eggs, and the result of this, each embryo is implemented in wombs separately. As you can see here, they are separate in the womb, and then the babies are developed into human shapes and take the human body. And this diagram is show us how the fraternal twins develop in the process of sexual intercourse, when the mother released two eggs, and the eggs are fertilized by two different sperm. Okay, the second half of the presentation, I will hand it over to my colleague, and he will elaborate more on the maternal twins or identical twins.
Okay, thank you very much. I will elaborate on what Mr. Iwa had left, or he was explaining, talking about the fraternal twins, and I will be talking on the maternal twins. Okay, maternal twins means that twins are genetically identical because they originated from the same fertilized egg, which split into two fertilized embryo. Okay, in the maternal twins, we can also call, in the scientific term, it is monozygotic twins, or sometimes we can say identical twins, which develop flowing divide as a single fertilized ovum. Okay, moving on, although each twins will start off with the same DNA content, they may not be exactly 100% identical or genetical, because, or by example, very good example, we can say that you can see that identical twins, their appearance can be the same, their face, but sometimes their size can be different, or their habits can be different, or their words, or not the words, but their pronunciation of words, their voice can be different. Okay, because of the post-genetic change in the DNA and epigenetic effort that might overall expression. Okay, we move on. Maternal or monozygotic twins develop from a single fertilized ovum that split. Therefore, they have the same genetic matrix. Okay, move. And maternal twins or identical twins or monozygotic twins are identical in appearance and are always at the same sex, because they fertilize of a single egg by a single sperm, with the fertilized egg then split into two embryo. Okay, so you can see the further elaboration. You can see on the side. You can see the identical or monozygotic twins, how they used to form. During the sexual intercourse, a man can release a sperm, and the sperm here, this is the small as the here it's a sperm like a tadpole. Sperm can go and meet a egg, this is the egg, and later it will form, and when it form during the fertilization, it will split before it in a womb. Split before implementing into a womb. Okay, this split. Okay, then after that it will split and form a two separate baby inside a mother womb. Okay, you can see there, and here are the different ways which the identical twins used to born. They are different, they are two. Also like that one. Okay, you can see as the two identical male maternal twins. Here, the picture of them. They are twin. Okay, with that, I'll be conclude. To conclude, I'll be summarize both type of twins. Okay, firstly, the fraternal or digotic twins, or in other words, non-identical. They are non-identical, where the two eggs or ovum are fertilized by two sperm and produce two genetically ununique children, whereas who are no more than alike individual siblings born at different time. Whereas the maternal or monozygotic twins, they are formed from the same egg with the same sperm, or we can say that one egg meet one sperm, and later it will split apart, and their appearance can be same. Some of their characteristics will be same. And to sum up, I have some reference which I can read, then you later you can make more sets to find out and understand more. Okay, our referencing, first one we will find out, you can check it through the medical Erita Melissa Conrad Stopler MD medical dictionary. Second one, type of twin and why it matter. Okay, the fourth one, fraternal twin. The fifth, genetic glossary fraternal. The final one is fraternal twin, identical twin, and other types of twin. Thank you very much, and this is end of our presentation. Thank you.